Good morning. It's 6:30 a.m. on February 22nd, Sunday. Sundays on my stream are what I call Discovery Days. It's when I play games that are not part of my regular rotation. However, there are always going to be science fiction games, because that's what I love. And when I was sitting down today, I was thinking, man, what do I play? There's so many. And that's when it hit me. What's better? What's my favorite sci-fi franchise of all time? And the answer was pretty clear. It's Blade Runner. Blade Runner is where my journey into sci-fi started in terms of movies and games. Well, movies, I guess. So, give me a moment as I fill up all the stuff on the YouTube. This is surely gonna take a while. Because, well, clearly I haven't played this game ever before. Or, no, let me rephrase that. I haven't streamed this ever before. I love this game. Been a while. A while. Been decades. In case you wonder, in case you're here for the first time, I stream science fiction games 7 days a week on PS5, hopefully soon PS6. Feel free to subscribe. So when you feel like watching a sci-fi game, when you feel like talking about sci-fi, or games in general, drop by. Okay, I need to put in some tags for this. Almost done. This is the last big thing I have to fill in. And then just do some 2 or 3 small things after this. There we go. Okay, that's too many. There we go. Okay. It's funny when you stream off console, YouTube all of a sudden has an amnesia and can't even tell where I'm streaming from or what day it is. Oh, it's funny. This game originally came out in late 90s. I'm gonna say 97. And believe it or not, I'm old enough that I played it when it came out. I can't remember. 97 was that was either Atari ST or like 386 PC. Can't remember which era that was. After a while, the decades just blend together. I'm gonna do a new game, of course. Medium, hard, difficult. It's a point-and-click adventure. Erratic, polite, normal, surly, erratic. I wanna be polite. What's the difficulty on a point-and-click adventure? Oh, there are some shooting section. I think there are, from what I recall. I'm not skipping a single thing, by the way. Which is how I play all my games. Hopefully you watch the movie. The movie is amazing. So good that I purchased it on Blu-ray in 2 editions. The standard and enhanced, the director's cut. This way I can just pop it into my PS5 and watch it anytime without having to subscribe to any bullshit. Oh my god, this brings back memories. Holy shit, I'm gonna watch this movie tonight. This played on a tiny, like 15-inch CRT monitor back in the day. It was mind-blowing.
Lucy, my sweet.
I cleaned out the tiger cage and sorted all the meal bins. So, if it's all right, it's my turn to fix dinner.
Haven't you forgotten something, little one? Just one little thing.
Mr. Runciter, please.
It's been a very long day.
I don't want to.
Now, Lucy, I thought we'd settled this last week. Don't let's forget who pays your salary. We're closed. Come back tomorrow. Wait! I haven't finished with you. I told you, we're closed.
We're not here to buy, little man. We've come to sell.
You can't possibly have anything to interest me. These are extremely rare animals of the highest quality.
What a coincidence. So am I. That is the price for humility.
Oh, please, don't.
And what else might we interest you in today, sir? Perhaps some virtue?
Not my animals, please. I'm begging you.
But what of honor, little man? At what price? Honor.
Oh my God, no! That tiger is the rarest specimen ever seen.
Tiger, tiger, burning bright. The forest of the night.
PR 61661, report to Precinct Headquarters, code 3, repeat code 3.
I was just finishing up my 12 out on patrol when I got the call. Welcome relief, considering that the most action I'd seen all night was a schizoid grandmother doing the shimmy in her underwear in the second sector.
What?
VR 61661, report to Division Headquarters. Code 3, repeat code 3.
Last time I had a 3 was when some hooker vomited Thunderbird on Bryant's desk, and yours truly led the cleanup crew. Year and a half on the job, it was still the dirtiest work I'd seen. Where's Captain Bryant?
Took a sick day. Got himself a heinous case of ptomaine poisoning. He asked me, personally, to run the unit in his absence.
Guzza was one of the old-time guys who took their knocks in the streets. He had a friendly way about him, but you didn't want to turn your back on him if you were less than a friend.
Hope you've been enjoying your leisure time, kid, because it's time to take that thumb out of your ass.
Hallelujah.
Don't get too excited. The other Blade Runners are all jammed up. Holden's sucking dinner through a straw. Gaff's working the Tyrell break-in, and Steele's working special undercover. Looks like you got this one by default.
You really know how to make a girl feel wanted.
Animal murder done at Runciter Zoological. Probably just be a schizoid blitz, but we got the call. Old man Runciter lost something like 1 billion chinions worth.
10 to 1, this ain't a job for Rep Detect.
You got something better to do? Perfect your French cooking, maybe?
Slumming tonight, Slim?
I thought you were on special assignment.
Wasn't too damn special after I had the suckers out.
What happened?
Couple of fours were masquerading as fibroplast insulators down at Kaiser. I dressed up like a nurse. They never had a chance.
I'll bet. You put them on the machine?
Hell no. There's a beautiful little thing in here called the magic, and it ain't ever been wrong. You develop it, you got a brilliant career ahead of you.
I'm working on it.
What's Guzza got you doing tonight?
AM at Runciter's.
Animal murder. Oh, those skin jobs got no respect for anything that truly lives and breathes. And that goddamn Eldon Tyrell ought to be zipped into a body bag and flushed into deep space.
Get rid of him, we'd be out of a job.
I think we're all overdue for a little off-road paid vacation. You can stop staring at my ass now.
You got eyes in the back of your head?
All you gotta do is ask, Slim.
Animal sales was a profitable and prestigious business since most real animals had died out after the Terran War. There were plenty of electric ones, though, powered by rechargeable batteries. No self-respecting human would own one of those frauds. Canvass the area. Maybe somebody had his eyes open.
I'm on it. Find something?
Piece of chrome.
From a car?
No, I think it's horse chrome. Bag it and tag it.
Horse chrome.
Scratches and paint flecks, and I knew what they meant. Unless the city had bought a jet black fire truck, somebody had a big fat traffic ticket coming.
I already checked for a crowbar, some kind of tool. No luck, but it looks like we've got some latents.
Make sure the lab boys run them through the mainframe, human and rep. Judging from the distance between the prints, I was looking for two very big men. One dragged his right foot, indicating a possible injury or lameness. The other appeared a lot more controlled, graceful even. Quite a pair. McCoy, LPD.
I'm absolutely certain Lucy Devlin was involved in this heinous act. She's the young girl who works for me.
She's responsible for all this mayhem?
No, of course not. It was two men acting in concert with her, obviously.
Obviously. What'd they look like?
big and scary and absolutely malevolent. I'm ruined, totally ruined.
You got any discs from that camera?
It's irrelevant. Those murderers also destroyed the camera. Thousands of Chinyens worth.
Maybe it photographed them before they shot it out.
I guess you've got a point at that. I believe this is the disc from last night.
Peachy.
I'm ruined, totally ruined.
Is there anything else on here?
Can you think of anything they might have been after?
First I thought they wanted money, but I don't keep any in the shop. Then I thought they wanted to steal my animals, but they started executing them.
Could they have been replicants?
Who else would be capable of such barbaric acts?
Okay, that's it.
I'm ruined, totally ruined.
Right, I don't think there's anything else in here. Unless, there we go.
My precious one. She was my baby.
Big caliber, possibly off-world combat weaponry. Ballistics might give me a fix on it.
To get back to the office then.
All my animals.
It didn't add up. Animal murders, the lack of any theft. The small animals alone were worth a good chunk of change on the street. It seemed more like an act of vengeance.
Ông đó đang nhìn mình.
Apartment, police station, and this is where I am, right? Yeah.
Tôi rất mong anh đang nằm nhanh.
Okay, how am I supposed to know?
Lockout. Ground floor. Mainframe and shooting range. Laboratory. Roof.
Okay.
Mainframe and shooting range.
Got anything new for me, Dino?
I was wondering when you'd show your mug around here, McCoy. The shell casings from Runciter should be in the Museum of Military History.
How's that?
They're from an Ender rifle. It's standard issue off-world military hardware. Heavy caliber. That puppy can punch right through a tank.
What can I conclude from that?
Whoever used this piece didn't just walk into their local sporting goods store and buy it. Those babies are collectibles, and they ain't cheap.
Okay. So we know something about the casings. Where do you go to?
Ground floor. Mainframe and shooting range.
I think Mainframe, right, is where you go to
Violent
analyze
street
the
crime in
video.
the city rose again last year by a whopping 26%, according to the latest figures from the Department of Justice. Governor Kolvig attributed the change to the dramatic increase in the number of specials registered as city residents and promised a tough new
There we go. Hold on.
Scanning video disk. 2 enhanceable images found. Adding enhanceable photographs to Kaya database. Runciter crime scene.
He looks familiar. Give me a hard copy of that. Local license plate. Give me a hard copy of that.
Any way to read this? No. I don't see anything else on here. Now what about here?
Runciter crime scene.
What would I even look at? Snake. Anything in here that's important is the question. Oh shit, I can... Okay, I didn't even realize I could move around. There must be something in here. Unless I'm just missing it, which is very possible. No, I just realized if I can go left and
Runciter
right.
crime scene.
Let's see here. Yeah. What about this guy in the back? What's this here?
Uploading personal clue database. Downloading mainframe clue database. Clue database transfer complete.
Okay. Oh. What's this? Oh, okay. Okay, hold on. Crown debris.
Scratches and paint flecks, and I knew what they meant. Unless the city had bought a jet black
I'm absolutely certain Lucy Devlin was involved in this heinous act.
Video.
The shell casings from Runciter.
Howie Lee's in China. Big Cal. Judging from the
I already checked for a crowbar or some kind of tool. No luck, but it looks like we've got some latents.
Interesting. How do we get out of this? Oh, this is just my personal. Let's save. This still only has 2 images, right? Yeah. What's this?
Lucky Strikes, Crystal's brand. I knew she was spending a lot of time in the training maze these days, even though she'd already gotten close to a perfect score. Old copies of case files, notices, and memos. The usual station junk.
Mainframe and shooting range. Laboratory. Roof. Ground floor.
What's on ground floor?
Lockup. Laboratory.
Lab is only for...
Anything else?
That black paint you found on the fire hydrant? It's from a ground car.
You sure?
The angle of impact was almost head-on. And there ain't too many spinner drivers klutzy enough to smack a street-level hydrant in VTOL mode.
I heard your wife got her license back.
You're a real funny guy, McCoy.
Okay. Do I have to click him?
Anything else?
That piece of chrome you found outside of Runciter's is from a 1995 Pontiac.
Nice set of wheels.
It's okay, not what I call a classic.
Anything else?
Zip, man. Try me later.
There we go, okay. So what, now I go back to
Mainframe and shooting range.
the mainframe, upload the information on the car.
Uploading personal clue database. Downloading mainframe clue database. Clue database transfer complete.
And then everything is in here.
Big caliber, possibly off-world combat weaponry. Ballistics might give me a fix on it.
And they did.
Roof. Mainframe. Ground floor.
Okay, what's on the ground floor? The fuck?
Hey, pal.
Oh, there's the boss here. Man, it's been a while. Oh my god, he's taking his time, huh?
Bryant go on permanent leave and you get full use of the office, Lieutenant?
You know the procedure. Dump it all in the mainframe upstairs and I'll read it later.
You got it.
Okay, that was a big waste of time.
Lockup.
Are they letting me out?
I'm not the one who makes that decision.
I suppose it's my turn to bear the cross for the cause.
What cause would that be?
Who are you, anyway?
Please leave me alone. My migraine's acting up.
I got some more questions for you.
Your associate, Ms. Steele, has already taken my statement. I have nothing more to say unless I have an attorney present.
Once we make arrests.
Lockup, ground floor, mainframe and shooting range, laboratory.
What's this new location here? Let's go.
Real sushi was a luxury reserved only for the elite, since most sea life had become radioactive after the Third Terran War. The rest of us had to eat new sushi, soya mixed with off-world lichen. McCoy, LPD. I want to ask you a couple of questions.
Sorry, my man. I just don't got the time.
Hey, big guy.
Busy. No time for talk.
McCoy, itazura suru na. You want something, you talk to me.
Sorry, Howie.
Got to mix more out back.
Suspicious. Is he part of the crew?
Howie says you're a master chef.
You not come back here. Air bad.
This'll only take a minute. I'm looking for a girl, about 14 years old with pink hair. You seen her?
I don't know her.
There you go. This is a wild shooting setup. Chase in slow-mo.
Locked.
That's it, it's just locked.
Locked.
What?
Blue skies and sunny days await you in the off-world colony.
Hold on, can I go here? No. Oh, double click to run, okay. What the hell? Okay. How do I hide the weapon? Toggle... Shoot. Holster weapon.
A big guy run past here?
Hey, maybe spare some chinion? Thanks. The big man, he kinda limping. That away.
Which way? What did I find?
Nothing even remotely interesting, but hell, if I was going to root through trash, my expectations weren't too high.
Is this gonna be different now that I talked to the guy and he pointed me in this direction?
Totally uninteresting.
Locked.
No. Can't go in here, right? We lost them. What happens this way? Oh, just brings up this. Okay. Okay, he better have...
Beautiful night, isn't it?
When business thriving, night always beautiful.
McCoy, LPD.
This guy couldn't care less. Can I go anywhere else? Is this just each location is like a single screen? Oh, what's this? You know what? There must be a camera or something somewhere. Like, don't I get a picture of this dude? To take with me to Mainframe?
Locked. Locked.
Weapon circle. Nobody cares. Okay. That's a camera. Oh, dude, come on. Isn't that a camera? Maybe it's just a light. Time to go. Why would there be a Chinese location, Chinese restaurant location all of a sudden opened? None of my clues indicated that, did they?
Roof. Laboratory. Mainframe and shoot laboratory.
Let's check with them first. He shouldn't have anything
Anything else?
I think.
Zip, man. Try me later.
Mainframe and shooting range.
Uploading personal clue database. Downloading mainframe clue database. Clue database transfer complete.
Nothing in there.
Laboratory. Mainframe and shooting range. Ground floor.
So, this and this. McCoy's apartment. Let's see if we can ask him some questions. Closed. Dude is gone. Okay, the only place left is his apartment. Although I failed to understand why this would be important. At this point in the story. Oh. What the hell's happening? Oh, that did nowhere live.
Rumor has it you've been earning your stripes, McCoy.
Working on it.
Keep it up. You just might have a future in this business.
I understand it's got a hell of a retirement plan.
You VK the mark before retirement?
Didn't have to.
That's why they call it the magic.
I'm starting to understand.
You ever retire a human, your career is over. Remember that. I checked with UN Air. Looks your rep swung that moon bus massacre last month.
They ever find the moon bus?
Disappeared into thin air. Bryant thinks it crashed out in the Kipple.
How many reps we talking about?
Enough. They're Nexus 6s. So don't take too much slack.
Gotcha.
Okay. That was out of nowhere.
Yuck.
What?
Yuck.
Your floor number, please.
What? I don't know.
Apartments. Ground floor.
Is it ground floor?
Apartments. Apartments.
McCoy, 88F.
88. Thank you.
I lived with the best gal I'd ever seen. She was 2 now and full of life and love. She'd cost me about a year's salary, but she was worth it. It was good to have someone warm nearby after completing a dirty job, and the retirement swag from this case would go toward getting her a partner. Maggie, come here, girl. Here you go, baby. Dinner time. Here you go, baby. Dinner time.
It's all the same. So I can look at photos here, but how would this be any different than...
Runciter crime scene.
We have everything I can get out of this, I think. I could get the picture of the girl. That'd be good, but I don't think... Unless she's on here.
Runciter crime scene.
I don't see what the difference is between this and doing it on the mainframe and the office.
Zuben was the first Nexus 6 I'd come up against. There was something in his eyes, an almost primordial desire to live. Most of the 3s, 4s, and 5s I'd seen would just give up when you had them. But these 6s, they were a whole other breed. No messages. I'm in demand.
Violent street crime in the city rose again last year by a whopping 26%, according to the latest figures from the Department of Justice. Governor Kolvig attributed the change to the dramatic increase in the number of specials registered as city residents and promised a tough new set of standards for this.
Hold on. If this is not... Then what's this here? That's kitchen, right? What?
Portrait of the sleep-deprived.
Got your delivery here, man.
What?
Kingston Kitchen.
Oh, yes, right. Hold on.
What?
Is this what the gravity be like on Mars?
Oh, no. It's about a third of what we got here on Terra. Real comfy. How about turning that dial, okay? When I say... Oh!
Please, can you control your rat?
I'll have you know that Ricky's a purebred chihuahua, and he's totally real.
Things going good at Tyrell Corporation?
Boring, boring. Old man Tyrell's been on a Wagner kick lately. He never shuts up.
You also do outside work?
Sweetie, I never go outside. It's bad for the glands.
How about Nexus 6? You know a lot about them?
I think you should be going now.
Understand good with the holds deep meaning for me. Where be your research on Nexus 6? And your test studies, contacts, the what?
Only simulator. Expert terrestrial gravity.
One more minute, you be swallowing this explosive. 3 more minutes, they be hosing you off the True Life building across town.
No, I swear. I don't have anything. If I did, I'd give it to you.
My people sick and dying. You tell me something.
Talk to Dr. Tyrell.
Tell me something I don't know.
The organ designers, Miraji, Hannibal Chu, Luther and Lance. They're closer to him than I am.
Where?
DNA Row. They're all working down on DNA Row.
You one miserable package, man.
No! No, please, don't!
Pick up.
Hope you aren't camped out there with a bottle of tequila.
Oh, very funny.
Early bird slays the worm, McCoy.
Don't worry. I'm up, Lieutenant. What's the buzz?
One of Tyrell's employees got his fat face splattered all over the marble interior of the Tyrell Building.
Inside?
That's right. But we also got a sweet little break at it. Tyrell surveillance system recorded the whole shebang.
Beautiful. How many perps?
Just one. I don't know if it's related to the Runciter deal or not. Tyrell security will have the disc for you when you get there. You'll be good, killer.
Your floor number, please.
Roof.
Interesting, so even sleeping advances the story? What a weird choice. I didn't remember that. Then again, it's been like 3 decades since I played this. What is this, 97? 2 decades, whatever, 2.5. Something.
McCoy, LPD.
Just a minute.
Where do I go?
Grav test on the east wing, 66th floor. Here's the footage from the security cameras. You get a pretty good look at the man's face.
How'd he get past you guys?
He pretended to be a delivery man. Dr. Eisenduller ordered in a lot, so it didn't seem unusual.
I may have more questions for you later on.
Yes, sir.
One more thing.
I've told you everything I know, Detective. I gotta work. These monitors don't watch themselves.
Really?
Yeah, it's a tough gig.
What is where the guy lives?
The earring was shaped like an insect. I didn't know much about jewelry, but it looked like junk to me, like the cheap crap sold at the stands and shops of Animoid Row. Someone had tried to access a bunch of protected files on the Tyrell network and failed, not just once, but a dozen times. Tyrell engineers might forget their passwords, but what would the Grav Lab boys need with replicant DNA sequences and incept dates?
Jesus.
I've seen worse, but not by much.
Learn anything?
You could strain him through a sieve.
A takeout box from Kingston Kitchens. The dog collar has a name on it. Ricky, maybe? I'd seen more dead animals than live ones in the last 24 hours, and now it was dogs. 3 of them. I thought about Maggie and nearly threw up. Obviously, he'd been killed with an explosive, and not just because he'd been plastered on the wall with 1,000 strokes. The detonator wire I pulled out of his skull told the whole story, but I wondered why the killer didn't just shoot him.
That's a great question. What about the security footage? Where do I get that?
This earring yours?
Maybe it belongs to that other cop who was up here. The babe with the shades and the cigarettes.
Ain't her style. Call her babe to her face, you're liable to end up with a severe limp. You spot anything you think I ought to know about, tell me.
Absolutely.
Can I have the pictures he's making?
You spot anything you think I ought to know about, tell me.
Absolutely.
How do I get the security footage out of this place? Oh, they already gave me the
had used his
disc.
dog's name as a password. The Tyrell brass wouldn't be too happy if they knew I was snagging a copy of their files, but someone had wanted them bad enough to kill Eisenduller, so I figured they must be worth having. Nothing.
Okay. I think we're done.
Lagging behind again?
Guzza didn't say anything about me working with a partner.
Oh, in a pig's ass, Slim. No, I'm following up on my own. Could be it's linked to this Tyrell debacle.
How's yours connected to mine?
I'm still putting the pieces together. It's all stored in ESPER's mainframe. You hear about the Moonbus massacre?
Gaff mentioned it.
Could be our cases are overlapping. I might keep you posted.
Do that. You know if anyone lost an earring like this one lately?
Not one of the employees, that's for sure. The boss enforces a strict dress code around here.
How did Eisendoller's moo-moo fit in?
Hey, you know, company rules only apply to the lesser mortals.
Okay, we need to examine that video now. Oh no, this is, yeah, never mind. Should have clicked on the other one. Unless I can go in here and ask him about the dogs. But what I meant to do is click on the other location there. And this is the animals, this is Chinatown, this. Let's talk to these guys first.
Careful, senor. You're poisoned.
Scorpions?
See? Finest quality. Perhaps you purchased one?
I don't think so. They're beautiful, though. Never seen one before.
Oh, that'd be true, senor.
Nice-looking creatures you have around here.
See? Good product. Scorpions, my best work. Finest quality, even poison.
Isn't that illegal?
I have permit, senor. My customers demand authenticity.
Might I interest you in a snake, loved one?
Oh,
not today, thanks.
What? Bullet runner. That's. Is this a location or is this going back? No, that's a location.
Step up. Mama Isabella cooked you something special. Put a glow in your cheek.
McCoy, LPD. Mind if I ask you a couple of questions?
Questions? They always need answers.
That's all you got?
I got a couple of questions for you, Captain.
First one's on the house. The rest you pay for. You want chit-chat, you hire a hooker. This ain't no social club.
Pour me one.
Just one?
One, but one good one.
Okay, well, I failed to get anything. This is the same. The dragonfly is on the, what do you call it? Earring. We should examine the security footage, upload. And the other lady will probably have information on the entire team that escaped. That's the team I'm looking for too.
Ground floor, mainframe, and shooting range.
During his last election campaign, Governor Kolvig promised a bold...
Scanning video disk. One enhanceable image found. Adding enhanceable photographs to Kaya database. Tyrell Grav Test Lab.
The earring was shaped like an insect. I didn't know much about jewelry, but it looked like junk to me. Like the cheap crap sold at the stands and shops of Animoid Row. Give me a hard copy of that. A takeout box from Kingston Kitchens. Give me a hard copy of that.
What else could we possibly want to look at?
A bomb. Give me a hard copy of that.
I don't think this matters since I already have a takeout logo. I think that's it, unless the dogs. Oh.
The dog collar has a name on it. Ricky, maybe? Give me a hard copy of that.
It's on here. I think that's it.
Uploading personal clue database. Downloading mainframe clue database. Clue database transfer complete.
Big caliber, possible.
Candy, what?
Judging from the distance between the prints, I was looking for two very big men. One dragged his right foot into...
That black paint you found on...
I already checked for a crowbar, some kind of tool. No luck, but it looks like we've got some latents.
Man, getting through that menu on a console is something else.
Roof.
Now we go
Laboratory.
back. Though we have something to show to the vendors, I'm guessing.
Hey, you.
What?
This your work?
Ah, dragon.
Dragon?
See? Anosoptera. Dragonfly, late of the American South Swampland.
You sell jewelry with dragonflies?
Item like that, very special significance. Very rare, senor. Estate item, and most likely part of large collection. Person must have plenteous money to obtain a collection.
More than I can afford.
You try Hawker's Circle. Might want to trade for this. With luck, you may find.
If this is from a collection, I'm also looking for the other pieces.
I make you a deal. I found out where to get dragonfly jewelry. Then you buy a piece, right? For special lady friend? You come back later.
I'll do that.
You take care, chasing the dragon.
You know anything about insects?
I regret that I do not know one, save that I feed them to my snakes.
You do what?
Artificial ones, of course.
What?
The
Feed
safeguards in the
insects
design
to your
of my
snakes.
snakes would not
Makes
allow
no
them
sense.
to swallow a real insect.
I assume that this insect is already extinct.
They all died after the war, yes.
So the face must be
babies.
pretty expensive.
If bought in bulk, the price is acceptable. They do not need to eat them, of course, but the added realism is worth every penny. Have you ever seen such craftsmanship?
Right now, I'm more interested in the insect.
Perhaps you should ask the Peruvian woman next door. She's an expert on such things and will cut a wonderful deal to friends.
Oh yeah, I never went to Bullet Bombs.
That a 45 blaster under your coat, or you just happy to be here?
You got good eyes.
They ought to be. They're the only organs of mine that survived the Phobos Wars intact.
Ray McCoy, Rep Detect.
Blade Runner, huh? How come I never heard of you?
I just got assigned.
Yeah, I'm kind of buddies with Davy Holden. How's he doing?
Word is he's gonna be okay.
That skin job must have been pretty damn quick getting by Davy like that. He's the best in the business.
He'll be back on the job soon. You got any decent ammo for my piece?
You mean the good stuff? 'Cause I know them police-issue spitballs just don't cut it.
Not these days.
Yeah, I know how it is. If you want to drop a skin job, you need a little extra oomph. I got a few clips around here somewhere, if you got the chin yen for it.
Okay, let's have it. You sell any off-world stuff? Like Ender rifles?
Nah, I ain't seen anything like that in years. Wish I had one, though. The Endo was a real workhorse. Good stopping power, decent rate of fire. You looking? Gonna cost you a bundle, I'm afraid.
Not really. Somebody shot up Runciter's shop with one.
Sucker had it coming. I'm sure of that.
Why's that?
Runciter's always putting on those airs like he's better than everybody else. But he'll do anything for a buck. Sell anything to anybody. That's where I draw the line. If it's suspicious, it's out of here. Got no place at Bullet Bob's.
You know anyone who might sell Ender rifles?
There's one other guy around here who dips into that stuff. Got a pawn shop down the street. Goes by the name of Izo. But who knows what the real title is.
Izo, huh? Sounds like you don't like him.
Izo's okay. He's run the green pawn for a while. We're friendly competitors, I guess. But I don't appreciate his politics.
Yeah?
Rumors, that's all they are. I was out there, Ray. I did my time. 3.5 years worth. And I can tell you, Rep's got no business being down here on Earth, okay?
Yeah. Earth don't deserve him.
Tell me about it. We got standards to uphold down here.
Thanks for your time. Jesus.
Is this a thing? No. She's gonna show the
stew's
picture.
looking tasty. Fix your right up. Only dirty chinion. It put a spring in your step, man. The ladies, they be loving you.
Pour me one.
Just one?
One, but one good one.
Nothing there. Green paws. What, I can't go in there? What do you mean? What? This was the whole thing here.
That's how much time I give every stranger that wanders in here off the street.
Sell a lot of stuff that way?
I don't encourage browsing. What impresses me are people who know what they want and are not afraid to pay for it.
What's the most expensive thing you got in here?
Value is a relative notion. What's significant to you might be meaningless to me.
And vice versa.
Everything here is guaranteed. The finest, most authentic anyone can get.
Let me tell you what I want, and maybe I'll impress you.
All my paperwork is in order.
Doesn't matter. I don't read anyhow. What's your name?
Izo.
You move a lot of valuable goods through here? Valuable and exotic?
How exotic?
We're talking exceptionally fine jewelry in the shape of a dragonfly.
Ah, they were so majestic. I remember them from my childhood. And that was the last time I've seen them.
It's very important that I find out about this. Can you help me?
If I see something, and you can match whatever my collectors will pay, it's all yours.
Thanks a million. How about off-world assault weapons? You got anything that's a match for these?
I don't deal in anything from the off-world. Much too hard to authenticate.
A man of your expertise could probably tell, though.
I don't even like to have them in here. My friend Shoshana Yuri picked up the Eos plague from some gunner's space helmet. He was vomiting blood for days.
Ever consort with a group called CARS? C-A-R-S?
CARS. What is that?
Citizens Against Replicant Slavery.
I don't have time for such pursuits.
How about Spencer Gregorian?
The same goes for him, whoever he is.
Funny, because he described you to a T. Even down to that stupid little ponytail you got.
It's called a trauma.
What would you say if I told you Gregorian named you as one of the people who was there when the Tyrell Building blew up?
There's a mistake somewhere along the chain of communication.
So, you're denying all involvement?
I won't lie to you, Detective. There was a time in my life when I might have been involved with such an organization. I actually cared. But now, all I care about is my business. I am nothing but a humble salesman. Perhaps I can interest you in this camera. 100 years ago, it was a cherished item. Whole families sat for portraits.
I've seen plenty of photographs in my time.
Have you ever seen this?
Interesting.
Locked.
Dude just disappeared. Craziness. That's it? Can't break this down?
Locked.
Walkways open. Okay, interesting. Hey man, how's it going? It's Sunday for me, so playing. Oh shit! I did not fucking expect that. Oh my god, what? How far back did this set me? Oh my god. I literally stopped paying attention for a second.
Of the sleep deprived.
That's crazy. Oh man, this really sent me back. So I don't even have the other picture? Or is it just because this is my private place? Okay, hold on. We're gonna go back to the police station and see
Your floor number, please.
If I have it there. And if this set me back that far, I'm taking a break. What? Get in. Yeah, this is an old game. Blade Runner point and click adventure game from 97, I think.
Mainframe and shooting range.
Okay, if I get in here.
Uploading personal clue database.
And I don't have the
Downloading mainframe clue database.
Third picture.
Clue
Means
database transfer complete.
That set me back quite a bit, and I'm taking a break. Oh my god, it did. Holy shit. I should have saved. Well, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. I am taking a break because this set me back quite a bit. So I'll go get some breakfast, and I'll be back in like an hour with either this or something else. On Sundays I just try sci-fi games across the board. Ones that are not part of my regular rotation, which is, at the moment, Cyberpunk 2077, Space Marine 2, and Helldivers 2. And of course, on April 28th, Saros is gonna replace one of those three. I am out of here. Time to get some breakfast. Cheers.